the championship calendar for the WRC. It's round 7 on the calendar. And after 2 days of competition already, it's certainly proven its worth in terms of action. Based in the northeast of the country of Poland, the rally town is Mikołajki. And we see the stages based around here, and on the second day of the event, we headed into Lithuania. Let's take a quick recap of what's happened over the previous 2 days then. Here's Elfyn Evans from the M Sport team.
30.
A moment for the young Welshman. She quickly recovers from.
Out immediate slot time.
However, Polish driver Robert Kubica was a little bit more dramatic here. Luckily for the Polish driver, there's plenty of spectators on hand to help him get back onto four wheels, and he lost very little time, but it was an early wake-up call for Kubica. At the front of the field, we saw the Volkswagens battling away. Here's Andreas Mikkelsen, taking a rather ambitious cut. Or shortcut. Our world champion Sebastian Ogier, Mikkelsen and Ogier were trading the lead of the rally across the stages. The lead would change 6 times before the end of day 2.
I really tried hard in there, but it's getting so rutted, so for sure Seb has the opportunity now to go fast, but I tried to push as hard as I could in there. It's hard to do much more than that, really.
For British driver Chris Meek, it was a great start to the event. He was running up as high as 3rd with full commitment and great pace out on the stages.
There's nothing we can do. There's ruts over a foot deep after 7 cars. Okay, sometimes the leader on the road gets disadvantaged by cleaning. Here we're getting the disadvantage with ruts. Maybe I should have been leading the championship coming into this rally. But it's just, okay, it's just frustrating when there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, nothing he could do. His running order, of course, meant that he was getting the worst of the conditions, which you can see here. 2 stages in Lithuania were cancelled due to the conditions. A lot of waiting around for the drivers.
Looks like it was too crowded in the stage, so was cancelled. The conditions were also really bad, I guess. We've seen during Wiki that the ground is very soft here, and the ruts were huge, I guess. But yeah, we all in all spent a day here for not so much racing time.
Quite a bit of frustration from the drivers on the second day of Rally Poland, but still that battle at the front of the field between Mikkelsen and Ogier was keeping everyone entertained. The final super special stage would take place not too far away from the service park. As I mentioned, the lead swapped many times, but it would be Ogier who would lead at the end of the day. 0.9 of a second ahead of Volkswagen teammate Andreas Mikkelsen. It was Mads Osberg who was in 3rd position for the Citroën team. And then, at the end of the top 10, Thierry Neuville from Hyundai, Elfyn Evans in 9th position, and Kubica after that early scare in 8th. So, day 3. 10 stages today, all within Poland, 162 competitive kilometres. Plenty to keep these fans entertained. A novel way of watching the stages. conditions will be good for the opening tests. Good sunshine, 19 degrees.
Good stage. I like this one, short one, but very beautiful. Some huge jump near the end. I think the crowds have some fun there. And we had as well in the car.
Good to see the drivers enjoying it. Just under 7 kilometres in length this stage. But it was Mikkelsen who would take advantage on this one.
Andreas, you and Seb just keep swapping stage-winning times. Not quite enough to take the lead, but what a fight!
Yeah, it's a good fight. Clean stage for us. Not perfect. I missed a little bit in the left-hand corner where I lost a lot of speed out on a straight, but other than that, it was a pretty good run.
It certainly was a pretty good run, and they would keep trading the tenths of seconds. Just half a second between Ogier and Mikkelsen. Jari-Matti Latvala putting on a charge within that stage as well, lacking confidence on the first 2 days, but that was set to change on day 3. So the crews head now to the 14 kilometres of stage 12 overall. Conditions continuing to be good out there. Blue skies, sunshine, perfect rallying conditions. Let's take a look at Chris Meek. He lost time then on the second day in difficult conditions.
Minus 1.9 tight to left rough and 5 right plus opens 200.
His teammate Mads Osberg in 3rd position overall. Osberg was really pushing on this stage, managed to take the fastest time.
Yeah, we had a good stage. I was pushing a bit more than on the first one, and I think the stage was quite good for us. So I'm happy.
But for our world champion and rally leader, a little bit of a moment in 6th gear there, right towards the start of the stage. Mikkelsen also suffering the same. Here we're on board with Latvala. Straight on at that junction there. A number of drivers would do exactly the same thing. That's Mikkelsen also doing the same thing. The Volkswagen drivers all suffering in the same sections.
Andreas, it's rare that Volkswagen drivers make a mistake, but 2 of you I think have had problems in here. Ogier, a mistake. You got a slow time. What happened?
Yeah, I did a mistake in the early beginning, into junction left, and I couldn't get the car in reverse, so we're standing there still for 10 seconds. So, and after that, in the right-hand corner where I missed a bit, but where the pace notes was a bit wrong. But other than that, yeah, it's a shame, but we're not out of fight. We will keep on pushing, and yeah, it's tricky out there. It's really slippery.
Very slippery conditions, but it was Osberg who made the best of it on that stage, taking the fastest time and increasing his lead over Latvala. Osberg, of course, in that 3rd position. Confirmation of the difference then between Osberg and Latvala there. But Ogier and Mikkelsen at the top of the field, that time difference extending out to 10 seconds between them. Thierry Neuville now up to 9th position, with Elfyn Evans dropping down to 10th. Kubica remains in 8th. Almost 16 kilometres then was facing the drivers on stage 13, back-to-back stages during the morning on day 3. And here we see Latvala. Huge push from this man. Suffered with his confidence on the opening days, but the pace now was starting to come through from the Flying Finn. Setting his sight on, of course, Mads Osberg. He would would complete the stage. 0.4 up on Osberg. Here's our rally leader then, Sébastien Ogier.
Qui ouvre en ciel et 100 mètres, léger ciel 20 mètres, droite 140 à fond d'eau, droite 140 à fond d'eau.
So Ogier extending that lead over Mikkelsen now 14.2 seconds. Our world champion very comfortable on the Polish stages. He likes the fast stuff, of course. Robert Kubica dropping down to 9th position with Thierry Neuville moving up to 8th. It's been a strong morning.